Restore Thrive, we're back. Thanks for joining us, guys. It's a user request Friday night video, and we are going to be jamming today on some knee pain. So we got a request from one of the folks we work with who's been having some intermittent knee pain related to cycling and running as they get prepared for a triathlon. So the area we're talking about here, right around the kneecap and right under the kneecap as well. So people refer to this area right under the kneecap as the patellar tendon. There's a tendon that comes off the quad that crosses the kneecap, but we have to remember that what connects this kneecap to the front of the tibia down here is actually a ligament. Ligament attaches bone to bone, and what's getting attached here is the kneecap to the front of the tibia. And the reason that's significant is because ligaments do not have good blood flow. And so if we're trying to manage this from a perspective of just trying to wrap it, compress it all the time, or even put ice on it all the time, what can happen is you actually delay or inhibit the flow of blood down to that irritated tissue, and it gets really hard to get that tissue to heal once it gets irritated, especially if we're not getting regular blood flow in the area. So sometimes what you'll notice is when you're on the bike or when you're running, it actually feels okay for a while because you're heating that area up, you're getting some blood flow in there, but it's not enough to overcome the problem. So what we do to try to approach this and put that fire out is use a little bit of intermittent compression. We use what's called a voodoo floss band. You can get these from Rogue Fitness. We're going to put the link down below the video here. So if you guys want to find one of those, you can find it there. And what we're going to do is a little bit of intermittent compression. The idea here is what we want to do is we want to compress any of that swelling around the joint out. And we know that when we wrap this joint up with compression, it's going to press that swelling out. But that's not the only thing that we need to do. Remember, we need to get new blood flow into that area so that we start that healing process of that tissue that's hot and irritated. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to have you guys just sit down. You're going to straighten out the affected leg. You're going to take this and you're going to wrap from below the area that is irritated to above it. You're going to use about 50% stretch in the band, and you're going to try to keep that 50% stretch all the way around. So I don't want it to slack as I'm coming around the front and back, and I'm going to try to overlap by about half each pass that I make here. So I'll just come all the way around here. And then once I have this wrapped up, a couple things I want to remember here. If I start to get numb or tingly in my foot, I'm going to take the band off. If I compress the tissue below the band, I should get this little blanching in my skin. The skin's going to get white, and then it should get red again. If I don't see my skin get red again within 5 seconds, the band needs to come off because, again, we're compressing blood flow here. So in terms of what we do from here, we want to floss this a little bit. We want to move this area under compression. We can do this two ways. The simplest way, if you're having a lot of pain, is just to flex and extend your knee. And you're going to notice as you do this, we usually keep this on for about 2 minutes. With that decrease in blood flow, you're going to start to get that burn of fatigue through your quad, maybe through your hamstring and through your calf. The other thing we can do is we can load this, especially if we have something like a chair or a bench to put our hands on, by kind of dropping in and out of that squat position. And that just puts a little more load through that area. Again, with compression, we're taking that joint through its normal range. If it's a little stiff, this actually blows out some of that stiffness that you have in the joint, because we know that compression actually creates a gapping or an opening effect when you wrap a joint. So we'll spend 2 minutes and then we'll take the band off. And always we want to test, retest. So you would start by squatting with the band off, put the band on, squat a while, and then squat a little bit more afterwards. And I can tell, even though I don't have any knee pain on this side, this knee feels just a lot more open now. I can feel just a little hang up in my right knee that I don't feel in my left because I got that mobilization with a little bit of that gapping at the same time. So the prescription here is going to be 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, anywhere from 3 to 5 rounds. So this could take you as little as 6 minutes or 8 minutes, or it could take as long as 20 minutes. The big thing here is we want to keep going as long as we experience change. So if you've done it 3 times and it still feels like you're improving, do it a 4th time. If you do it after that 4th time and you don't notice a change, that's probably enough. So give this a try at home. Let us know what you guys think. We'll talk to you again soon.